going to unbox and take a look at Down in Flames Wingman expansion. This is from Danvers Games, or DVG Games. This is copyright 2012. Why am I just now getting to this? Well, I got this in a bargain. So in my dumpster diving, bargain hunting, sales clearance, whatever you want to call it, I found this and decided to get it because I do have Down in Flames World War II Guns Blazing. Now this is a card game, an air combat card game, a World War II air combat card game, as it says right there on the box, that is a really good game as far as not necessarily from a heightened realism, but from playability. You'll have your planes that do have, stats and features and capabilities based on their historical counterparts. But you have this kind of action deck. I can't remember what it's called, but you have this deck that is basically a card game. You're going to have this deck of cards that allow you to do maneuvers and try to perform attacks. And your opponent's going to have cards that react to that, so you do have a dogfight. This is kind of simulating a World War II dogfight between the planes, and based on their capabilities, but also based on what cards you have in your hand. And so it's very much a card game, but it does give you the feel of kind of a dogfight as much as a card game can do. And so there was Down in Flames, and then there was this. This is a standalone, completely playable by itself, Guns Blazing, that added different cards or different planes that you can use. What Wingman expansion does, it basically expands this, and as you can see here, Aces High was the other one. So you must own Aces High and or Guns Blazing in order to use this expansion. And what this expansion does, this expansion includes 160 aircraft cards, including 2 copies of all fighter Wingman cards needed for both Aces High and Guns Blazing, and a 1-page Wingman rule set. So I just have Guns Blazing, so some of these cards I might not be able to necessarily use because I don't have the Aces High game, which now makes me the completest in me. Have I just bought off more than I can chew? Well, I need to go pick up Aces High. Anyway, but what this does primarily is what it says here on the front, Wingman. You have this Wingman concept. There's a new rule here where you're going to have a Wingman or Wingman for your pilot to kind of assist you in the combat. So there's going to be some new rules in here. So with all that, let's get in here and see what we have inside. If any of you have played this Guns Blazing or Aces High, feel free to chime in on the comments what you think about the card game. Also, it has been, I believe it's been redone in a more, I think in a more, by a different company. Did GMT pick this up and do something different with it? I'm not sure. Dan Verson used to do some games for GMT, and then create his own company. So I don't know if I thought there was a different version of this out there, Blue Yonder or something. I don't know. I'm delirious. So this is very tightly packed. If you can see, it's a chunk. It's a brick. So let's see what we get. Having a hard time getting it up here. I don't necessarily want to destroy the box per se. Man, might have to destroy the box. It is in there that thick, y'all. There we go. Got it started. And you're going to have 1 deck. Very tight. 2 decks. I feel like I'm giving birth to planes here. All right. 3 decks. Now I sound like the Count from Sesame Street. All right, 1, 2. All right, here is the rules for Down in Flames Wingman expansion. So it's basically just a fold of paper. So two sets of rules here, or 2 sides of for rules, so 2 pages. So this says here the Wingman expansion this expansion introduces Wingman cards to the game. Use these cards with the leader cards found in Aces High and Guns Blazing games. Wingmen have a large W on their card. There are also 3 new leader cards included in this expansion. Each new leader card comes with a Wingman card. So if I don't have the leaders for Aces High, so I won't have the corresponding thing there. Never combine leader action cards with Wingman action cards. Always keep them separate. You have a revised player sequence of play. So you normally had the leader step. Now you have a Wingman step. And here's that Wingman step. And there you have it. So sorry for the glare. So not a ton of new rules there. Let's get into the cards. I don't know if there's any way to know which one came first. Let's take them as they came out of the box, which might be the bottom, but there you have it. Let's see what we have here. And as you can see here, now these cards are thick and a little stiff. They're glossy. They're not. There's not like a texture to them. They're straight up glossy and thick, but good, solid cards. So that right there is a Wingman. So there's your. So this will be tied to a leader for the Japanese. So here's an example. If you're not familiar with Down in Flames series, here's all the attributes of the plane. You have the speed, attack, defense, burst, and then victory points, damage, modifiers. I don't know if those are I have to look at these are all Wingmen. I'll have to look at a regular plane. I think these are all Wingmen. So I don't know if these just modified. I'd have to look at the rules. So matter of fact, why don't we do that real quick when I have the box right here, so we can look at a regular plane. So here's a regular plane right here. So you got the speed, performance. They had performance there. Instead we have the Wingman, you got performance. And then any kind of special ability. So it looks like it's the same, looks like it's generally the same setup on these cards, except that you don't have a performance rating that goes, I guess, with the leader card. You just have the Wingman. Oh, there's a performance rating. So I guess this might be one of the new leaders, right? So there's the leader and there's the Wingman that goes with it. So all the different features there. And this must be the different sides here. It's been a while since I played this game, so I got to pick this up. So yeah, that must be the damage side. As you can see, smoke coming out of it. So there is the non-damaged side of the plane. So it's got some special abilities. Then when it gets damaged, its performance goes down a little bit there. So there you have it. There's damage side and normal side. So the Wingman has a regular side, and then it has a non-damaged side and then a damage side for each one of these. So there's an example of some of the cards there. It's the Germans, the Russians, the Italians, French, USA, more Germans, Japanese. Okay, so let's get in some more of these decks here and see what we have. So it says you get 3 new leaders. Maybe those are the ones we just looked at there. So here's the normal side. Some more Germans here. Wingmen. Russian. United Kingdom. USA. Japanese. German. or German. Okay. Then we got the last pack here. So as I said, I like this game. I just don't get to the table as much because it is a two-player game. There's really no way to. There might be rules on solitaire, but this is a card game. I mean, this really is all about what you have in your hand and what you're planning to do for an attack and reacting and having some cards saved in your hand to react to your opponent. So I mean, it really is a card game that, you know, in an abstract way simulates, you know, dogfights. So you really need to have an opponent on this, and I don't have one. Just went off to college. The one I used to use. Here's UK, so I don't get this to the table as much. Poland, USA. There's a Mustang. Nice looking Mustang. Japan. Got the good old Zero. And some German. Oh, there's the old ME-262, the jet. Having a jet Wingman. There you have it. So that is what you get in a box of Down in Flames Wingman expansion. Let's put this over to the side here, so you can see what you get there. Oh, gotta have the rules too. There you go. That is what you get in the box. Anyway, love to know your thoughts on this. Have you played the Wingman expansion? What do you think it adds to the overall experience of Down in Flames? Should I get Aces High? Tell me in the comments down below. I'll go find it somewhere if I need it. Anyway, and if you want to be one of my playing partners, let me know that too. Anyway, thanks all for stopping by. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching.